Hey guys, welcome to Project Metal Music's YouTube channel with your host El Young, and we are here with Buddha from the band Glostik. So welcome, Buddha.
How's it going?
So Buddha, could you tell people, could you introduce yourself to the people and what you do within the band?
For sure. I'm Buddha. I'm the bass player, and I also share in the singing duties of Glowstick. With Glowstick, we've been a band for many, many years. I think we're pushing 21 years, maybe 22 years. Um, the other members are Jameson and Ralph, and they're brothers. Met them back in middle school, and we've been jamming ever since. So been a fun
Cool.
wild ride.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so yeah, let's dive into some questions.
Sure.
As a kid, what were you listening to?
As a kid, I was listening to um, a little bit of everything. My dad was real big into the old school rock, the classic rock, Grateful Dead, Allman Brothers, Crosby, Stills and Nash, that kind of whole scene. My mom was into pop, anything that was current on the radio, she was always listening to. And I have an older brother, and he was real big into jam music. So, needless to say, I never got much radio time personally. I always had to listen to what they were listening to, but it definitely helped shape shape my abilities and what I like to this day.
Cool. Cool. Who actually got you into music? Was it a family member, or was it a friend, or did you sort of like discover music for yourself?
My whole family has been involved in music for a long time on both sides of my mother and father's families. Um, so it's always been a huge part of my life ever since I was born. You know, my uncle is always throwing parties. My dad plays music. Uh, my cousins on the other side build instruments, and he another cousin does movie scores and things like that. So I've been blessed and to be surrounded by music.
Cool, cool, cool. So, who actually got you? Who actually, I should say, who actually inspired you to say, you know what, I want to become a musician? Was it a family member, or was it somebody who you sort of like followed? Like somebody like say like Jimi Hendrix, or was it somebody like that?
Well, honestly, I wouldn't say it was anybody as far as to just get started playing music. I would say my dad because he's a musician and he was always playing. But I would say the more important question to me at least is who was my inspiration to actually go for it rather than just being a at home musician or just like a bar musician, like um, really go for trying to do something with music, writing our own music, uh, knowing that we have songs in us. And I would have to contribute that to a lot, really, to my guitar player. Um, Ever since I knew my guitar player, he was, I mean, I'm talking meeting this kid at 12 years old, and he tells me he's going to be a rock star. And like, cool, I'll go along with it. And next thing you know is we're playing a coffee shop. Cool, like I'm playing out. Next thing you know, we're playing a bar. Next thing you know, we're playing venues or a music festival. Now we're in front of thousands of people, and it's like, I never really had that vision for us. It was always I just wanted to play music. But he really has pushed us to go above and beyond the next level. Um, and he's always kind of been the visionary for the band itself.
Cool, cool. So, Were you in any sort of like bands prior, or sort of like bands prior to Glostik, or were you just like purely Glostik?
Um, so again, I met the guys when we were about 12 years old. So we had a band back then. We were called the Misled Youth, and we were playing Green Day and all sorts of stuff like that. And that was our middle school days, and we kind of fizzled out there. And I had a few bands in between regrouping with them. Um, I had a punk band that I was part of, and then I had a small little just classic rock band that I played with. Um, so it was nothing too serious, but it still kept me very active. And then once we got back together, um, we started doing a lot of writing in high school together, and really started noticing the band kind of taking off, and us being able to do what we wanted to do with it.
Cool, cool. So, what has Glowstick been up to, especially over the last say a couple of years?
So really, what we've been up to, we're kind of rebranding our whole thought and existence as a band. We've done the thing where you go out and you tour and you play all the bars and you get your ass kicked on the road, and you make the scrapes to get by, and that's about it. And so now, once COVID hit, we started streaming and really focusing on that, and that's allowed us to have a lot more opportunity to actually just do what we wanted to do to begin with, which is just play music. We don't have to worry about how we're paying to get to the next show, or we don't have to worry about loading our gear in and out, and if they got a shitty sound system. Everything is right there, and we get to play to an audience in their home or on the road or in their office, anywhere that they get to listen to us. And we get people from all around the world, and that's been a really great experience. So over the last few years, we've really been focusing on streaming, and as of lately, we've been doing a lot of recording and focusing on getting stuff out for our up and coming album. We just had a release about a month ago, and we're getting ready to have another release here around the beginning of June. And all of those are getting mixed by Chris Lord Algie out in LA at Mix LA. Um, One of the best, if not the best, mixing engineers in the world. Uh, so it's been great to actually be able to hear our music in full production in that form as well.
Uh, yeah, you sort of like mentioned you're going to be releasing a new like sort of like in production of it, to release a new album. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. We don't have any specifics yet, but we have recorded probably about 4 or 5 songs, and we're always redefining our sound. You're always searching for that next thing that really grasps you and holds your attention. So we've gone from writing songs that could be anywhere from 7 to 12 minutes to now we're writing songs 3.5 minutes, 4 minutes tops, and really trying to get the most out of a song in that amount of time. It's been really cool to kind of revamp our style and go back to really the basics of songwriting.
Yeah, yeah. I've managed to catch a couple of the streams over on Kick, and
Yep.
I've listened to some of the songs, and they've been pretty good. Have been uh, really good from what I've heard of them. Are you going to be sort of like are you going to write a song and then sort of like perform it on the live streams before you think yes or
Oh
no
yeah.
to the put it on?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I think it's always important to um, test the waters somewhat, and the songs will forever evolve. So the last single that we put out, we actually wrote on stream. It was part of a songwriting competition on Twitch, and it was supposed to be written about your favorite um, video game villain, and we chose Sweet Tooth from Twisted Metal. And so our single "Twisted" is about him. And so it had crowd participation in there with us. I was completely working out the song, the riff, different ideas, and writing a song in one stream that we've been able to really tweak and turn out to be a great song in my opinion.
Yeah,
So it's always good to get that little bit of input in there.
yeah. Cool, cool. Are you going to be sort of like doing like other sort of like writing other songs like that way, or are you just going to say it right? We know
Um,
what we do.
Honestly, it'll probably be a little bit of both. We sometimes you just get struck with ideas and you bring those to the table. Other times you can sit there and you can talk with the band, or you can talk with people in chat and try to come up with ideas and try to work with it from there. Um, I see us. We've been talking about doing a songwriting stream here sometime soon, but we've also been talking about doing a songwriting contest where we bring in streamers to come in and write a song, and then we vote on the song that we like the best and give them like a prize to Sweetwater or something like that to get some music gear.
Yeah,
So there's
cool,
definitely
cool,
just tons of creativity happening over there.
cool, cool. We've got a question from one of my subscribers, Lisa Boo. She asks if you could play with any musician, past or present, who would it be?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Um, there would be wow, that's a really good question. I would have to say just off the bat, um, Warren Haynes is an absolute amazing musician, and he's an absolute amazing band leader and conductor of how music flows. So I would love to jam with him. Uh, Somebody who's you know possibly past. Uh, I would have to say I'd probably have to say Brent Midland. Brent was an amazing keyboardist, um, and brought a ton of soul. And getting to play with people like that just lights a fire under you.
Yeah, yeah, true. Yeah, 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 good. Yeah, thank you, Lisa, for that question. Thank you for
Yeah.
that. So, um, is there any sort of like time scale for releasing the new album, or have you not worked out that part out yet?
We haven't really worked on that part yet. We're just maintaining focus on doing it kind of single at a time, and really putting the time into making it what we want it to be and releasing that, and then building up to an EP, building up to an LP um, release.
Yeah, yeah. Obviously, if they're sort of like in the process of writing new material, is there any new songs you sort of like got any, sort of like in the works?
Yeah, so we've actually been working on this one that we've been playing in stream for the past couple of weeks called Failure to Launch. Um, and we're constantly trying to reconfigure that to figure out the best way to capture an audience with it. It's a catchy song, but it still needs more. At least in our opinion, It's okay to have something catchy, but you need something more than that. You need substance to grab an ear and maintain an ear.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cool, cool. So I know you've been sort of like been focusing on the live streams. Um, are you um, sort of like got any plans on going out on a like a full blown tour?
I mean, as of right now, no. We've done the tour thing all the way up until COVID hit. I mean, we've toured for the past 15 years, and just we've done what we could do, kind of in this area, and that's why when COVID hit, a lot of bands they fell off a little bit. Uh, but with us, we switched our focus to streaming. That way, we could maintain not only just an influence in the music scene, but also just maintain our activeness as musicians and keep our chops up. And we were streaming at one point 5 nights a week for up to 5 hours a night. Um, that was at the peak of COVID. We owned our own. We started off in the back of like a CBD shop, and then it went well enough that we bought a 18,000 square foot warehouse. We had several different studios set up in there. Great live stage, sound stage. But unfortunately, our studio got hit by a tornado, and so the streams that you're catching now, it's just a revamped stream that we've been able to throw together into our garage compared to our giant warehouse that we were used to. So that in itself has been a learning curve, but it's been nice to start the streams up again and put some focus back into playing music.
Cool, cool, cool. So, I know some of my sort of like subscribers will absolutely but will sort of like hammer me if I don't ask this question. Is there any sort of like plans of putting sort of like your music onto vinyl, like vinyl records?
Um, I would love to. I know we've been asked that a lot, and um, we haven't felt that the songs that we've put out so far have been not necessarily worthy of vinyl, but been in the realm of what we feel is for vinyl. But however, these new things that we're putting out, with the production being so high on them, um, I can see us putting out vinyl no problem with this next round. And maybe that's it. Maybe we only stick with vinyl. Obviously CDs aren't really a thing anymore. Everybody can do the MP3s. Everybody can do the stream thing. So maybe we should just do a limited run of say 100 vinyls or something like that. Um, just because some people really do love that physical copy and love that putting on the needle onto the record and hearing it spin. There's definitely something special about it.
Yeah, yeah, true. I know I'm a huge vinyl. Love the sound of the vinyl, especially with
Oh yeah,
when you put the needle on the record.
yeah, yeah. There's something about just feeling that, just touch it, and as it's spinning, and feeling that vibration move, and just knowing that it's so crazy that just a little etch on a piece of plastic can throw out something so cool. It's really really neat.
Yeah, it is. It is. We've got another question from Lisa Boo.
Okay.
What is your favorite song to play?
Original. Um,
Original or cover?
I would say original. I really like playing our song "Missing." Our song "Missing" is really fun. The way it progresses, the way it changes, it's really fun. I also like our song "Twisted," um, just because it was written with Chat and it just kind of holds a special place, and it's a good rocking song. But I would say "Missing" is my favorite as far as stuff that we've written.
Cool, cool. Well, if you want, if you sort of like got a favorite cover song to play, if you do cover songs.
Yeah. Some of my favorite cover songs. I really like. I really like "Whipping Post." That's a really fun one. Um, Another one that I really enjoy would be "All Die Young." It's a Steelheart song. Uh, that's a lot of fun. It's got just the vocal powerhouse of the '80s song. Another one that's a lot of fun is um, "Can't Find My Way Home." That's but do it in the style of I forget the name of that band. It's the '80s band, House of Lords, I think is what it is. But it's a great rendition of that song.
Lisa Boo says, "Awesome, thank you for that."
Absolutely.
For, so, um, have you sort of like uh, been putting out new sort of like merchandise for like t-shirts and stuff like that?
We have started doing some stuff. Again, we've kind of done the mainstream band thing as far as the touring, the merch, um, all of that. And I think the really cool thing about the situation that we're in right now is like we don't necessarily have to do that. Uh, do we plan on getting some merch? Yeah, but we want to make it really cool merch. We don't feel the need to just like put out something just to put out something. We want it to be something that's really meaningful to us or just really cool for people to enjoy, not just a shirt with our name on it.
Yeah, yeah, true. Yeah, yeah, I get that. Yeah. So, where can people find you on social media?
You can find us all over Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Uh, we're on all the streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, all that. Um, Probably most active over on Twitter. Our guitar player's over there all day long, just causing a ruckus. So
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I have put the links in the description. So guys, if you want to go check out Glowstick, please go down there, go in the description there, and you can find all the links there. And our brilliant mod, Lisa Boo, has been putting the links in the chat there as well. So please go check them out. They are
thank you.
absolutely amazing. So yeah, go check them out. And yeah, unless the chat's got any more questions, this will be sort of like my last question. Well, my last question is: any advice for people who want to become a musician?
Absolutely, do it. There's the only thing holding you back is your effort and your time. You can watch somebody play all these songs, but you have to realize that it's nothing but a piece of wood with strings. It's the same piece of wood, same piece, strings, same concept for you as it is for them. The only thing that they have over you is time and effort. So it's highly important that people continue to pick up instruments of all shapes, sizes. Doesn't matter. Just pick it up, make noise with it. Because the moment that people stop picking up instruments, music dies, and we can't have that.
No. Yeah. Yeah, sound advice there, Buddha. Sound advice. Just pick up this instrument up and stop playing.
Yep,
Yeah. So sound advice. Sound advice. So yeah, um, start wrapping things up. So Buddha, any final words before we sort of like sign off?
absolutely. Come over and hang out with us on stream. It's a ton of fun over there. We just get just three guys hanging out, chilling with the chat, playing some music, enjoying ourselves. Hopefully, you're enjoying yourself. But yeah, come over. It's kick.com, kick.com, Glowstick TV. And we're always there rocking. You know, usually we rock about 3 nights a week. But you can turn on notifications. You never know when it'll go live or what we're doing. So it's always fun to tune in.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, go check them out. They are absolutely amazing. I have, like I said, I've caught a few live streams. They are absolutely amazing. So go check them out,
Oh,
guys.
thank you.
So yeah, and yeah, Buddha, thank you so much for coming on and doing this little interview. It's been an absolute pleasure. Been an absolute pleasure.
Absolutely. Pleasure's all mine. Thank you.
Yeah. So guys, like I said, go check out Glowstick. They are amazing. So yeah, again, thank you so much, Buddha.
Absolutely. See you guys later.
Catch you all later, guys.